Verbal or life.
Welcome to verbalonlife. My name is Noel, battling MS. Thank you for joining us today. Right now, the rap battle between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, it's out of this world. It's finally bringing rap into relevancy. In the end, I think Drake is going to win all of it because Drake just got music for days. The man just never stops. And being that he's creative, he's going to continue to create, bring more and more hits.
And doing to him because he helped so many artists like become bigger, gave them their first number ones, gave them careers, and now he's
incredibly
looked at, and now he's looked at like, oh, he just used all these people for his advantage.
Incredibly whack. And also, this is, you know, they always say like,
but it don't. Sorry to interrupt you. It don't matter because with everything, first of all, nothing gets changed here. All the Kendrick fans, the Drake haters, they get satisfied by what Kendrick's done, and then all the Drake fans, they either love what Drake did or they go, he lied, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, so I mean, the fans are going to stay fans.
Nobody moves at all. Everybody just wants whatever they feel to be valid. I know you said that. Everybody just wants whatever they feel to be validated. It's no different than politics, no different than, we have the feeling already. Everybody on the West Coast right now, where it's been a minute since the West Coast really had like a real, I don't want to say that Kendrick wasn't the top guy, but it's been a while since the West Coast has like dominated
first time since the 90s.
in some sort of way. Everybody's fucking so excited by this. They're like, yo, we're back on top. We fucking got this. We're the baddest motherfuckers. So their egos are satisfied. So obviously there's frustration, I'm sure, with Drake fans. Like, man, we really want to just clobber him and we didn't get this dub. But I don't think everybody just leaves Drake as a Drake fan. They built too long.
I don't think everybody, but you said it's like politics, and swing voters is what decides the winner.
Well
and
said.
right now.
But here's the thing that people don't realize about politics. Swing voters still only vote based on their identity. That identity hasn't really been swung. It's just been moved from side to side. So for example, the swing voter, like that middle America voter, that guy, if the Republican is saying we're opening the factory and the Democrat saying we're closing the factory, they swing Republican. If the Democrat is saying we're opening the factory, the Republican is saying we're closing, they go Democrat.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm saying is they're not real swing. Nobody's going to change sides in this battle. You just go towards whatever your identity wants. And with those swing voters, as they call them, their identity does not change. They just go to whoever's going to fulfill their identity.
Yeah,
the same thing happens in these
We're
battles.
just saying that like now, if somebody was going for that top spot, I'm the best. So I think Kendrick has swayed people to give him that crown.
Yeah,
He
I'm
got
gonna be
the
honest
crown
with you.
right now.
If both of them dropped an album this year, I think Kendrick's gonna.
Yeah, that's what's crazy.
He would have some first.
But I don't think it's over. For, I don't think it's over. For
Consumption right now is like people want to see Kendrick, and it's gonna be interesting when he does. They want to see him have the run with him finally having the crown, right? And Drake fans are not leaving. Like, you know what I mean? Like Drake fans, like he's still gonna be the guy, and that's why I think Drake should just be like, he should look at this and be like, wait, I fucked up and giving this guy his first solo number one, and so many people are now on his side.
I hate saying shit.
Drake should get a check because the only reason anybody's paying attention, more people aside from Kendrick Lamar's fan, are paying attention because Drake destroyed him or Drake came at him. So Drake should get a check go for this, you know? Because at the end of the day, who follows Kendrick Lamar like that except for his unique fans from over there from the West Coast? Because other than this point of view, I ain't never heard of a good Kendrick Lamar. As a matter of fact, you know a rapper sucks when you cannot repeat one of his lyrics. Like you could name a rapper and I can repeat one of their lyrics, like one of the top rappers. But if you tell me, let me get a Kendrick Lamar rap, I'll just stay quiet. Like I have no clue what the hell that man talks about when he raps.
It takes y'all an hour to say it. I really hate saying shit. Is that what's happening now? I say shit, you guys go, nah. And then an hour later, you just say it, and I'm supposed to go, oh, you got a good point?
No one actually discounted that. We're saying that wasn't the
what I'm saying is
reason.
Drake still gave him a number one. It's still a feature.
Oh, yeah, no, of course.
It's a feature, bro.
No, of course.
I mean, if your number one comes off the diss battle from the biggest guy, it's a feature.
Yeah, so Drake should get a check for the feature. Drake put out like 3 or 4 albums. I stopped counting. How many albums you put up against Kendrick? So basically, he put Kendrick Lamar he put the spotlight on Kendrick Lamar.
I'm still acknowledging that.
Yeah.
What I was always saying is that this guy was always either 1A or 2. Like he's
phenomenal. Like again, that's why there's two different conversations. One is like, is this guy like musically prolific? Of course, he's amazing.
No, I mean Kendrick Lamar only gets people talking like that. Like, yo, he's great, he's amazing, prolific. The man got lyrics. I mean, it's amazing. But I'm like, why? Like, what song makes him amazing? What songs he playing on the background or anywhere? Like, what are we talking about? The only reason I know Kendrick Lamar is because Dr. Dre brought him on, and Dr. Dre just say he's amazing, he's great. But other people are saying you're great, but are you great? Why? What song do you have that's like on the top 10? As a matter of fact, on the top 10, I don't think Kendrick Lamar is even on that list.
and making music. He's amazing.
And these people on podcasts talking shit, the only reason they talk like this because they don't want to be canceled. They don't want to lose fans. They don't want to pick a side. And then whatever side you pick, you lose the other side. So they're really, really influenced by these artists because the artists got fans and they don't want to go against that. So, Andrew Schwartz, the hell you talking about?
At rap. Like, Kendrick is, I don't even think Drake would even utter the words he's bad at this. Like, I think the reason the fact that he's even beefing with him is because he goes, this guy's awesome at this.
I respect
that. No, it's not because this guy's awesome at this. It's because that guy has a fan base. That guy only comes out like maybe once every 4 years. It's ridiculous.
I want people to know that I'm more awesome. That's what he's
no, of course.
But to me, that's that insecurity. It's like, if he just knows he's more awesome, and he has the validation of the people coming out to the shows, the fan base, the ticket sales, literally every.
And only like me, for example, I'm a podcast start with 3,035 subscribers. Shout out to my subscribers. Welcome to Verbal on Life. My name is Noel, battling MS, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to be one of the few that say it. Kendrick Lamar sucks. Like, his beats carry him. But I have no idea what he's talking about. He talks like a child. Like the man is 5 or kindergarten or something. Like, learn how to talk like a grown adult. So you're never going to hear that from podcasters because they don't want to lose fans. It's like, can you be honest and stop bullshitting?
Metric, except the fans of the other guy, which you'll never sway anyway. The fans of the other guy are never going to be swayed. What I'm saying is it's a misstep based on his what I perceive as, and we all have this as performers. We're like, I just want to win everybody over. What if these people who don't like me?
You look at it like a comic, but that's not what. Like in hip hop, it's a really contact adversarial sport.
What I'm saying is you could do it without dedicating the whole song, which we agreed earlier, which is you just put out a banger that got a little few bars to Kendrick, and then you make him put out the whole song first. By you putting out the whole song first, I think it gives Kendrick.
I always thought that. I always thought him going first. But again, here's the thing too. Kendrick has had the patience of waiting 10 years. Mm-hmm. And Drake, like, Drake told me something.
Kendrick had the patience of waiting 10 years. No, he hasn't. He just doesn't have the skills to come up with rhymes intricate enough or good enough to destroy Drake or to destroy anybody. The man doesn't know how to battle. He got to call his uncle or somebody to help him out. And that's why he hasn't come out. And look at that. You got DJ Akademiks talking about he waited 10 years. No, he waited 10 years because he ain't had no choice. He's not that prolific. He's not that nice. Drake, my man just sits down and he got you. You say something today, tomorrow he'll hit you back. Why? The man is talented, and that's it.
Like, because he just went on like an 84 city tour. Yeah. He dropped 3 albums, went on 84. Like, the dude is exhausted. Yeah. Right? Before he could go on vacation, this motherfucker dissing him. He wants to get this over with now. He just wants to do it now. He's like, all right, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna get this done. And Kendrick has the advantage of, I could just play the whack-a-mole thing and be like, all right, well, I'll be back later.
Yeah.
And I think Drake cooked up something, but hoping to hear what Kendrick was gonna come with. And it was clear Kendrick wasn't gonna drop again. And he's just like, yo, what do I really gotta do to make this guy rap? Like,
no, like, how can I break the man's chest? You know how somebody caves their chest in and just punches really hard? Like, let me see what he gonna do. And he punched him a couple of times and Kendrick didn't do nothing. And finally, he said, hey, well, fine, I'll shoot back. But Drake destroyed him.
Like, he's kind of posting on the gram like, yo, what's up? Any day now. And he's like, fuck it. I guess I have to start off. However, I think that played into Kendrick's strategy because he was counterpunching. If we're thinking about it, like, yo, I'm counterpunching. Okay.
It looks thirsty almost. It's like,
okay, you're trying to hit me with the hit song with push-ups? Okay, bet. Let me give you this layered song about how I'm about to just dissect everything you got going on. Then Drake is like, okay, all right, let me try to play your game a little bit and let me kind of cycle. And you're obsessed with these rumors because you were touched as a child. I remember you said that on your song, and he's now doing that. And Kendrick's like, psych, I got a club hit too, motherfucker. So
strategically, Kendrick played.
Oh, strategically.
Oh yeah,
he is.
Yeah.
That's another way that rappers try to destroy each other is with the inside truth or things that they know, right? Because only rappers know each other. They know each other's history. They study the game because they're in the game. They're playing the game. So they know who's a pedophile and who's not. And they get called each other, hey, you got a little young girl, you're a pedophile. And then he starts defaming the other guy. So now Dre had to protect himself and say, look, man, I'm not a pedophile because if I would be hanging out with a little girl, I would have been destroyed. I would have been in jail, So now they go back and forth with that. And then us as the viewers, we got to figure out who's telling the truth. Who do we believe? And most people, whoever you're a fan of, that's who you believe. Instead of really doing the research, because nobody does the research.
And Drake is a top tier chess player.
Yeah.
Also, telling
like
Drake,
those little tidbits, yo. I have the van that's the replica. I guess it's a replica of that van that was on your first album cover. I crushed it in my video. Oh, okay. The place you shouted out for my city, New Ho King. I'm in there just chilling, showing you that I'm the boss of this shit. You know what I mean? Like he's doing all these things that against, like I always said, thank God that Meek Mill was so fucking stupid because like that nigga was just playing like, yo, he was playing like bingo. Like Drake was running circles around him. But he's going at a guy who's just a master chess player that you can't even see his moves anywhere else.
Drake is the equivalent to 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine will show up on Meek Mill and say, "What's up, you pussy? What's up?" And like scream at him. And now Drake does the same thing. Drake shows up and does video when you're not expecting him to be at. And be like, "What's up? I'm here. Where you at?" So this is, to me, another 6ix9ine move. I wish 6ix9ine was part of this. This would be amazing. As a matter of fact, anybody that Drake goes up against, they blow up. So this is all to help Kendrick Lamar blow up.
Yeah. Like someone actually said this. They said, "Hey, listen."
The only bad thing that I don't like is that a security guard for Drake got shot, and he's in a hospital in critical condition. That's the only bad part of this, because people forget that this is entertainment, and they mix it up with real life, and then problems come out of left field.
Listen, Drake may have got a little bit of a big head, no diddy, because of the win over Meek. And one of those things where it's just that Meek just madly and badly misplayed his hand.
apparently he was like heavily on drugs at that time.
Yeah, but think about this, right? If Pusha T had Drake fall back with a confirmation of a child, well, what's the biggest like expose you could have had of a rapper to that time? It would have been, "You don't write your rhymes." Except you know how he fumbled it? The nigga tweeted it out 3 weeks before he made a song about it. It's like, if he had revealed that on a song out of the blue, "Motherfucker, you don't write your rhymes." And we're like, "Huh? What are you talking about?" Then just play the reference tracks. We might look at that differently.
And the song sucked.
Yeah, the song sucked.
All
right, that's a prerequisite. Become a little bit of a rapper.
Yeah. All right.
Whose song sucked? He's talking about Pusha T's song sucked. Pusha T had a great song, and Drake had a good return. So I don't know, man. These two are being biased right now.
We're just
you gotta keep this real. Did Drake feed him that information about the daughter? Because he's claiming that he fed him the information. I don't think he did. I think he's just claiming what the internet is saying.
Yup.
Be objective, Ag.
I do believe the daughter thing. I don't believe the other things. So
I didn't even know that was up for debate. I thought it was like fact that he fed the information.
No.
That's interesting.
I think the other thing,
your picture in the back of some fuzzy girl in the video saying, "Oh, this happens to be the same."
No. I think he did feed that, because I could tell they were trying to recently feed like, yo, the other street dudes that usually hold down OVO in Toronto, they're getting tired of him. He hasn't been feeding the wolves. And I saw him randomly just beefing. They're like, "Fuck OVO. He had to tie his change now. What's up? Yo, you better put some money in the books." And I'm like, okay, you're trying to get them to feed into an angle. And I think I said to Drake, I said, "That was your boy still, man. Like, I'm not buying that shit." The one thing I don't think that was staged was, I do believe that his father probably went on vacation with some girl and his suitcase got stolen. I do think, like, because that doesn't, why would you have prescriptions with your name and shit like that? Like, you know what I mean? If you're trying to stage, like, I think he did a good job on Family Matters to own it, to be like, "Hey, well, the Maybach glove was in there because of me," and blah, blah. That doesn't really make sense. I didn't even ask him about that, though. So, I don't know.
But then why did Kendrick remove the cover art?
Well,
I think it only got removed on Apple, I think.
Well, yeah, you can't upload to DSPs like an actual medical script. You know what I mean? It's it's like, the guy's name and address is on it. You know
I still don't believe Drake fed him that, because he would have said it right away.
Yeah.
Right away, he'd have been like, "Hey, dummy, we fed you this information," instead of being like, "Oh, I got a daughter, nobody told me."
No, I believe he did, because that is so random. If Kendrick if he said it so confidently, he must have had it from some really reliable source. That I feel that, you know what all these guys are doing, right? Like, they're finding out information.
Yeah,
like,
how do they find out information on one another? This is kind of fun.
Well, Pusha T said it. Pusha T said, "Everybody thinks that Kanye told me." No, 40 was pillow talking to a girl. They're all smashing the same girls.
Yeah. What'd I say?
They're all smashing the same girls.
1,000 girls. Let's get dick.
Disgusting. But I mean, I guess if the girl is the one pillow talking and spreading each other's rumors, I don't know, it could have been a lie. But I think Drake should have a bunch of kids. I don't even know why he's taking so long. The man is a multi-millionaire. When you that rich, have a lot of kids. Why not? I think Nick Cannon has a bunch of kids. He said, "You know what? He's a multi-millionaire. Why not?"
Down by all famous people.
I found out that Metro Boomin hated Drake before it was like universally known. I found that out because a chick he smashed in LA, I smashed in LA. and you know, we're all talking, and you know, nothing. A girl always wants to impress you by flexing the other popping guy she's fucked with, and they always just tell every detail. So I'm like, oh, this is great. Like, yeah, he hates the fuck out of Drake. I'm like, oh shit. But then the same thing kind of came up again where people heard.
You find out why?
I still don't know why. I just know that he doesn't.
How you know they're not using you? How you know the girls aren't sent to smash you, pillow talk with you?
Have you ever thought that Akademiks is working for me?
No, because me and Metro don't get along. Me and Metro don't get along. So I'm like,
what I'm saying is, you could be doing stuff that you don't even realize that you're doing.
Oh no, that probably is like this is a really convoluted game, which I realize. I think Future and Drake they're beefing over women. I think that's a really simple thing to kind of.
Why are they beefing over women? I'm like, this is such a confusing notion that guys would beef over women that they're not even trying to wife.
I mean, it's not about the women, it's about the respect. I think.
There's power and ego, though.
I think it's they're saying things to these women, and then the
seriously, like Future, I think also has a lot of baby mother. Great for Future. Thank you for helping populate, because the world is underpopulated, and we need more kids. We need more people. And when you're a multimillionaire, have a bunch of kids. Who cares? You could afford them. You got this. So Drake should do the same. I hope he got a daughter, because he already had a son that's famous, that Pusha T blew up. And now if he has a daughter, good. Keep having kids.
women are saying stuff, relaying it back to the guys. So it's like, oh, fuck with him. So it's not that we fuss him, girl. It's like, no, I know you don't like me because this girl told me.
Is there a thing
like a random girl that's I don't know if she fucked Future, but she being around it when I was trying to figure out, I'm like, yo, why haven't Future and Drake been around each other? Like a girl who's like get invited to these little parties that they do, and you know they're around like fly on the wall type shit. While some of these conversations was like Future was super pissed off that Drake did an album with 21 Savage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? Because they beef like crazy?
That's why I was a little confused, because like he did an album with you, but according to the person who I got it from, they were like, hey, he felt that Drake used him at that time to have that cultural equity within the clubs in Atlanta, because
and then Future used him to have the cultural equity within masses, and then everybody mutually benefits. If anybody, Future benefited more.
But for them, they feel like, well, if you're gonna come back to Atlanta and do it with another rapper, it should be me. That's what I've heard, but there's probably like a bunch of nuances.
I'm like, so
it's like high school. I'm being honest. It's really like high school. Like all of this shit.
Because
like
most people who want to be famous are insecure, myself included. I'm not gonna act like, most of us try to work on it, but some don't. And then it's just, especially I think if you're famous young, there's no need to work on yourself.
And there's some thought that, hey, some people just like the dude's fucking flying around this bitch with a jumbo jet and got a $400 million contract, while these guys, they get 15 million, which is, by the way, what's funny?
$400 million contract. Drake, all these old rappers, when are they gonna move on in life? Like move on to the next thing. Like for example, the Wu-Tang. The Wu-Tang doesn't rap anymore. They moved on in life. Like the music industry have moved on. So when is the music industry moving past the Drake or past the Future? Drake, Future, they stick around forever. Who else? Was it the new guy? Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar, he came out 10, 20 years ago. I think he got like 5 albums, maybe less, 4, I think. The man sucks because he's not a prolific writer. Like, all they do is say that he's so deep, but he sounds like a kindergarten kid or like a high school kid trying to learn how to rap.
Watching Drake and Rick Ross argue about money. And Drake says to him, yo.
Yeah, ours looks like a slice of cheese.
Yeah. And he says, like, keep being Brett Parrish's bitch. Like, basically, that's the guy who owns the Spirits.
Bel Air,
and all that. Yeah. And if you look at Ross, like, Ross will be dissing everybody in the world with bottles in his head. Like, he's always promoting. So
he's funny, dude. Rick Ross is genuinely funny.
That was one of the times I thought Drake was going on script. I think he was losing what the people cared about. Like, we like funny shit.
Yeah, and
like,
you're not going to be Rick on funny.
Yeah, Rick say white boy, and BBL just I'm sorry.
Like, phenomenal.
And Drake had that misstep with the whole texting his mom thing. Like, that was corny.
What was that?
Like, he showed a screenshot and say, oh, mom, Rick is being racist or whatever. Like, even though it probably wasn't a real text to his mom, but the fact that he tried to put it out that way was real.
Calling a guy racist. Yeah.
Calling a guy racist that is going to use the fact that you're not in the culture and you're a white boy, you're kind of proving it.
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
Huge misstep.
As a white guy, I was like, oh, this is kind of racist. kind of related to that the most of anything. That was the best diss I've ever seen.
Hey, I think Drake should just,
what's the next move? What is the next move for Drake?
Hit song his way out of this.
Now, hit song meaning about Kendrick or just about something else?
Give him 3 lines here or there. Still a bitch.
But a nice for what? A God's plan.
Yeah, I'm still bigger than you. Hey, listen, you're the liar that I gave you a couple of weeks, but that's it. Yeah.
Now here's the problem: you try to put out the hit song, you try to do it, and then it flops or doesn't work. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, but you know what Drake does best? Just do a collab. Go to one of the guys, which is, by the way, this is one of the most interesting parts I've been looking at. Who still stands with
who's choosing sides? Exactly.
Like, I've seen people I've seen a lot of artists who you could tell, and that's what I was saying before when you're coming off.
So like, who can Drake do a collab with? I think Drake should do a collab with Taylor Swift. That's so weird. Or with Beyonce, or somebody like in the cowboy, what's it called, country music scene. That's like out of left field, not expected. Great collaboration. I think Taylor Swift and Drake are at that level. They are at the same level. When he talks to somebody who's beneath him, he actually brings a lot of artists up. You know, when you do a collab with Drake, you become instantly famous. So I'm gonna think about it. Who is Drake gonna do a collab with today? Like, he battling Kendrick Lamar is doing a collab with Kendrick Lamar. That's a collab right there. Let's move on. Or maybe they should do a collab, like a makeup thing. Like, hey, we used to battle, now we're friends.
I would say with every like billionaire, they have the story of you fucked up like 10 people, or you had to, right? I think Drake, what we're watching now, especially the silence, is a lot of people who not necessarily fucked over, but they might feel ever so slighted. Yo, remember when I just came in the game and you hopped on my song, and then I got a little cool and I said, yo, could you give me another verse, and you left me on red, motherfucker?
But he already put you on. This is where it's like,
no, because
we're also speculating.
In music, it's more of these genuine relationships, not where you're only fucking with me when it's convenient.
He should do a Drake with 6ix9ine. Woo! That would be the ultimate collab. And the music executive, I think his name is, I forgot the guy's name. He owns Universal. He would love that collab.
People become a little bit salty. Like, yo, I'm salty at you that they feel essentially used, even though it's really mutual, right?
It's not even mutual. I mean, if you're an up and coming artist and then the biggest artist alive does a song with you, the only person that benefits from that is the up and coming artist.
Let me say this.
It's like
Roddy Ricch. Roddy Ricch had a song with Drake. It got leaked.
Roddy Ricch just fell off. I have no idea what new song he got going.
It's called In the Cut. The real song never came out. Roddy Ricch, obviously, when he dropped The Box, was one of the most popular artists on the earth. Afterwards, subsequently, his career kind of cooled down a bit.
Yeah.
He just had a song with Drake that it just didn't come out, though. I think he might feel away. I think he might, not like salty, but it's just like, okay, I'm not in the same space I was when we cut that record. That got leaked and didn't come out. Maybe you don't want to do another record. Now, when I see Kendrick going at you, I'm a little bit more pro Kendrick. Like, he's now, West Coast Crody. You know what I mean? Like, he's so I think Drake.
A bunch of West Coast artists hopping on Kendrick Lamar, but Kendrick Lamar sucks.
Drake is watching, and we can't really see any artists standing with Drake. 21 Savage, right? Just brought him on tour and said third. Of course, 21 fucks with Drake, but he's
21 Savage. I think it's from London, from UK, not even from America.
He's stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's from Atlanta. You can't go against Future. Future's king in Atlanta. You know what I mean? I remember doing an interview with 21, and he told me, yo, in Atlanta, Future's bigger than Drake. Like, the people of Atlanta care more about Future than Drake, right? So he can't go against Future. And then his man is also Metro. So he's like noticeably absent and quiet. And Drake is kind of out here fighting by himself. The second thing we've also not seen during the Meek Mill thing, when all that was going on, Drake was popping up in Houston clubs, got bitches shaking their ass to back. It looked like he was the culture. Like, he was what people were liking outside. And I'm watching now, look like Drake is stuck in the booth. And even though we haven't seen Kendrick, his music seems to be outside. Like, everybody's dancing to the song. Like,
I don't think he's stuck in the booth. I think it looks, at least appears, he's trying to keep the women on his side. Like, he's popping up at Nicki shows. He's popping up at Sexy Red shows. Like,
not during the beef.
Yeah, recently he was on tour with Nicki, like, not on tour, but he did like a few different dates with Nicki.
Yeah,
that's after he dropped push-ups. Like, shit got to another.
Not since this next level.
Yeah, no, that's what he's winning. Yo, I'm winning. When you're winning,
I'm outside.
When I'm winning, it's a good time when you win.
Yeah,
it's a real good time when you win.
Yeah,
and it's just odd how no one is speaking up for Drake.
I think
so. If I'm Drake, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's speaking up for Drake, in my opinion, because Drake is a winner. Drake is the guy on top. Nobody ever supports the guy on top. Whoever's winning the most, everybody should try to cheer for the guy at the bottom for being strong enough or brave enough to fight the guy on top. So I think that's the only reason people are not defending Drake, because that's the man on top punching down at Kendrick Lamar. But my opinion, comment below.
And the way I orchestrated my career is, instead of, and there are some artists that have done this, trying to shut down every new artist that comes out of fear that they're going to take them over, like literally trying to like squash and silence careers. Instead going, I'm going to give you your first hit. I'm going to give you your first hit so that when you blow up, you remember me, we can continue to work together, and you'll always remember that, you know, we built something good and I'm gonna put you on. And maybe he really likes putting people on. Maybe I mean, like, I know look, Joe Rogan likes putting on new talent. He's done it with so many of us. He enjoys it. He doesn't ask for nothing back. He literally just enjoys putting on people who are nice. So maybe there's part of Drake like that. And he's done it with so many people.
I think Drake battling anybody is helping that individual. So he's helping out Kendrick Lamar by battling him. Because otherwise, who the hell is Kendrick? Now you put him on the map. I mean, yes, he got his own fans and all that, but people who doesn't even listen to him don't listen to him.
Now, when Joe's going through anything, he got a lot of motherfuckers like me that are ready to just start swinging because we know how important he was. Same thing with Charlotte. Charlotte going through anything, I'm riding with Charlotte till the end of times. So it's like, if there's anything,
like Charlamagne the God is a sellout, you know, but he put this guy on, Andrew Schwartz. So because he put him on, yeah, that's why he's battling for Charlamagne. Even though Charlamagne is a sellout, pursues the money, not the culture. He doesn't care about anybody, right? And he's actually destroying the culture, destroying the minority, and staying on top with the 1%ers. And you know what? If you're going to chase the money, would you sell out? Would you sell your community out? Because a lot of people say, I wouldn't sell out, but you put $1 million in front of anybody, it's hard to say whether you will sell out or not.
Thing that affects any of those guys, we're riding. If I'm Drake right now, I would be kind of hurt that I put all these fucking people on, did all these songs with these people who are really, you could say, oh, they're popping, they were no names in terms of international play before he puts them on. Probably has made them, through that, millions and millions of dollars, right? I'm very vocal about the credit, you know, who I give credit to, the people who put me on. Very vocal, right? I'm sure those people in some way must feel, if they're like reasonable human beings, and then nobody talking, nobody speaking up, I'd be tight, bro.
Well, so
like I said, because Drake is on top, nobody gonna speak to on his side. Nobody gonna support Drake or say anything positive about Drake, only because he's on top. Who the hell talks positive about the king, right? Everybody talks how great and brave the guy at the bottom is. The guy swinging up, that guy is brave. Wow, he's doing it. God bless him. But at the end of the day, Drake is smart enough, I think capable enough. They're just gonna put out another song, another hit, and just keep it moving, keep the money going, keep his name in the conversation. Because when it comes to entertainment, it's all about keeping your name in the conversation. Look at that, he got everybody talking about him. I heard him in the news. Here, this guy on the shorts, DJ Akademiks, everybody making money off of Drake. And at the same time, we got Drake's name coming out of people's mouth.
They don't want to go against the other side. And also, this is
what the other side do.
But that's what's great.
Well,
now you're playing politics.
Well, here's the thing too. I think there's a lot of people in the industry that
resent that motherfucker.
No, but beyond that, they have looked at Drake and they have really maybe seen a little bit behind the curtain, and they respect him less now.
What does that mean?
There was a time when they felt that he was the instant, I get on a verse, it's going crazy, it's gonna affect shit. Like, I think now people look at him and be like, well, what is Drake if he doesn't have a Yachty next to him? Or if he's not riding this wave? They don't look at him as untouchable anymore.
Do you think I'm playing devil's advocate because, again, I'm the Drake hater on the team. Do you think it says something that none of those guys will go to bat? Because there's nothing anybody could say about you to make me go, I believe you, I'm gonna stay quiet. I'll die for this guy. Weird? You'll die for, but that's the thing. Telling. Is it not telling? I'm actually asking you, do you think it's telling that nobody's coming? Do you think that says something about Drake more than the people? You see what I'm saying? Nobody. Like, is every one of these guys shitty? You see what I'm saying?
I mean, in this business, you get people who are incredibly desperate for fame, and they're incredibly, in our business too, and they're willing to do, like, I just had a buddy who said that they weren't going to do something, or they were going to cancel something. I'm going to try to be vague here. And they were going to cancel something because doing it was getting them a lot of hate. And that thing that they were going to do is with somebody who really, kind of put them on and give them opportunities, etc. But just because they were worried about their career and what was going on with them, they're like, I got to cancel it. So,
but you know what? Here, I'm going to say it. Drake is king. And nobody's going to say, because when you're king, ain't nobody going to support you, nobody's going to pat you in the back. You don't need a patting in the back. The man just said he did a $400 million deal. Like, you got beyond money beyond money. Like, I've never seen $1 million, let alone 400. Now, those are TV numbers. Those are like movie numbers. So why would anybody get on board to defend Drake when he doesn't need anything? And then I think Drake knows it. Drake is cool with it. He keeps him moving. And if anybody want to ride with him, come on. Otherwise, he keeps him moving.
People are going to prioritize themselves first. But I hear the point you're making, which is like, oh shit, maybe our perception is that he's so benevolent, he's helping all these guys, when maybe they don't really see it that way. Is that what you guys are saying?
Yeah, like 0 people are coming. There should be one person, I would think. Now, granted, I think you were first to support Rogan, and that helped open up. I was supposed to actually do, after his controversy happened, I was supposed to do the pod that Monday, which was crazy, but like never crossed my mind to not do it. I was like, man, this guy's helped out Schultz. Schultz has helped out you. He's offering you this platform. You do this fucking podcast. There's no question about it. There's no one doing that for Drake. 0 people. And again, I am biased. I don't know if he's a bad guy, so maybe I shouldn't present this. But
all these guys are industry friends. Like all that twin shit. Like they're not really friends. And so it's like,
is there one human being, just one human being, who's like, yeah, this is a good guy. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
we don't.
Not at this time. Not right now. You know, eventually they probably will come out and say, yo, my man is nice. Just not right now. This is not the time to be coming out bragging about Drake and how great he is or supporting him. They need to support the little guy who's not really making any money.
But it's not them vouching as a good guy. They would have to go against.
If Birdman is the only guy defending you, what's going on?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The industry is against, like, all of these guys.
This is a great point.
Yeah, like, put like this.
If you're industry friends and the industry is against him, then you're going to side with the industry because you see your security, safety, and longevity within the industry.
Yeah, I guess
it just exposes that these friendships and my twin, my dog.
Metro said it earlier. Everyone has to pick a side. If you pick Drake's side, you almost have to hope that he survives it. Well, obviously he'll survive, but he'll survive for Drake. Will Drake still have that ability to help you? Because now you're making an enemy of the Weeknd. You're making an enemy of Metro Boomin, Future, all of these guys who there's much more that's not present. Like
this is
there's
why
a whole faction.
This is why like being able to have your own audience and create your own shit, like not feeling so dependent, is so important. We can go to war for Joe, we can go to war for Charlotte, we can go to war for any of the people that we really care about, right? Because we are not dependent on the industry. The second you are dependent, the second, oh fuck man, the only hit I ever had was with Metro, and if I say this, Metro not gonna feed me any more beats, and then what if I just bought a house and then my kids in private school and shit, I won't be able to pay. All right, let me just be quiet. Yeah, you're shackled by your ties to the industry.
I'm still wondering though, what the fuck did he do to all these guys?
That's what I'm trying to.
How don't you know this shit? Well, I mean, like, again,
could you speculate?
Okay,
speculate.
Well, we've just heard bullshit reasons, like reasons that are just like very light on the
girls, like
like things like that. I mean, Rick Ross on his song, he said, "Yo, it's because you sent a cease and desist," but like that ain't it. Like the guy you're mad at for like French is still following Drake. There's a deeper issue, and I seen Metro allude to it. He said, "Stop acting like the reason we fell out is because of the girl. You didn't fuck my girl." I'll spare you.
He said I'll spare us both, to be fair, because he was going to look bad too. To be fair to Drake. Metro, whatever the reason was going to be, he said, the reason I'm not telling you is going to make both of us look bad.
Did he say that?
No.
He said that.
He said I'll spare both of us, but he says you look much worse if I tell what it is, but I'll spare both of us.
Yeah. Okay.
So I read it as if like, oh, if I say what happened, I'm going to be embarrassed, but you're going to look like the bad guy.
Yeah. But I think what we're all trying to say here is it would make Drake look way worse, which is why Drake won't come out with it. He still looks stupid. Metro will still look, he'll have some sort of negative feeling about it, but not as bad as potentially Drake. So maybe this has happened time and time again, and enough people have been affected that nobody's coming out.
I even asked Drake. I was like, yo.
I mean, I don't know. It's your guys' business. I don't know.
Well, I mean, and I don't think he's gonna. This is probably, again, the mere fact that we've done 2 albums, a bunch of diss songs, and none of these guys have said you did A, B, C, and D. Like that's odd. Like we're beefing and fighting, but we can't even address the reasons why. What Drake has told me was like, yo, he honestly just feels it comes from like people viewing his position. Like,
I think he's beefing because Kendrick Lamar, his position is low, and nobody really know him except for his hardcore fans. And he's not really exposed like that.
Jealousy, envy.
Jealousy, the fact that he's at the top. He got the jet, the lifestyle, the money. And because of whatever, maybe wrong or slight, even sometimes if he doesn't intend it, they may have just like harbored feelings for him. But I still look at him like, not this amount of niggas come like, yo, it's time to get him today.
There is some validity to jealousy. We all get jealous, we all whatever. But when a guy at the top writes off everything as they're just jealous, I don't fully believe that. You know what I mean? That's not.
And especially it looks even weirder when you're the guy, you're the guy that took Jay-Z's motto to Super Saiyan when you put your hand around the new guy.
Yeah.
Like if every comic went against Joe Rogan and wouldn't say why, you would probably have to say, what the fuck did Joe do? The easy thing to say is, well, your Jelf is his spot, but it's like, well, he's kind of helped all y'all.
Yeah.
And
jealousy is a motherfucker, you know? And then out of jealousy, people do some crazy shit. And then it's crazy when you help somebody out, and then when they get to the top, they try to take you down because they're jealous that they don't have the same juice you got or the same props you got. And they want it, they need it. Therefore, taking you out is number one go-to.
This is a fucking great conspiracy right here.
Yeah, no, I really don't know. Like,
Anybody who spent time with Joe will vouch for Joe. He's a great fucking guy, blah, blah, blah. That's
The
not
fact that
happening.
none of these has anybody vouched for Drake?
Birdman.
Burst Yachty. I'm sure Yachty's been.
I don't even know if Yachty's
no,
come
yeah,
out.
because Yachty had liked a post that seemingly was dissing the other guys. And he said, no, it was a mistake.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, it's your man's. Like, you guys paint your nails together. You got to stand on it. There's time. Like, yo, you get the little gel joints done together. You got to stand on it right now.
They just did a podcast together on the beach with
Who's it? Zach something. Kendrick said you're playing dirty with Zach.
like Zach Bia
he's
and Twitter
alluding
bots.
to, or he's accusing Drake, because that's another angle that masterful. Like, he's defeated every possible angle Drake could go. Like, number one, all right, there's the angle of, hey, the venue for this beef is Akademiks Stream, and he's a number one Drake fan. How does this play out? Like, you know what he says? He's compromised. Like, he hits everything. And so the Zach Bia thing is, at first, the internet lopsidedly was like, yo, it's Drake. And Kendrick kind of negates it by kind of like trying to air out and put into air. Drake is using a whole bunch of bots. Zach B is a guy who's, I think he manages Yeet, but like, there are these nefarious individuals that kind of make narratives happen. Well, that's what he's alluding to. Yeah, you're the bot guy. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you're cooking up the bots with Drake. You know what I mean? And him kind of like throwing certain things into the air.
You got to listen to these songs.
I know.
It's driving me crazy. He's speaking with so much authority. I sent him every song in order.
He did. Now, to be fair, I've never spoken authority about the music.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Got to.
That's
Buddy,
too
not
much.
like
No,
us.
you have
Not
to.
like us is such a fucking banger.
I
It's
know.
crazy.
Yo,
It is
I
the
promise you-
back-to-back.
Hold
It's the
on.
best.
Yeah.
2 minutes of
Not Like Us, I think sucks.
song.
Yo, I
Give it
promise
two. Give it two.
If Meet the Grams
Yeah.
was actually all factual,
Yeah.
It's insane.
it would be probably one of the biggest knockout punches we've seen. To not only reveal, and I wrote a verse to your mom explaining that this industry has corrupted her son and turned him into a pedophile. Let's say that's also was real, which that's not real, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I showed how you've neglected actual real responsibility, chase the worst things that comes along with fame, the things that you think I'm jealous of you for. Till you have not only, it's not just like parented, it's just like you're hiding another child. He's like, he's dropping these lines like, you call yourself the boy, I'm gonna help you turn to the man. Like, that's kind of like, it's taking like, you just can't listen to Drake just talk about, yo, I'm going to the club to fuck some bitches no more.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's basically saying, this guy's a piece of shit and a creep.
Yeah. Fuck
Y'all-
about beef. It's a war.
Yeah,
that's
y'all want to listen to this guy
Crazy.
for the turn up?
I should have listened to that.
So when I heard that one, I was like,
Good thing it was lies. I was like, the whole time I'm listening.
Nah, listen to that.
Yo, I was like, then I found out it was lies. I was like, oh, Nas
I was
fucking
like,
bullet.
if anybody ever picked me apart or exposed me in that way,
Nas the bullet, man.
I have to off myself.
Yeah,
It'll be,
I don't
he
count
picks him
that
apart
song.
in a way that it's like he can't recover from.
Mm.
If the stuff was real,
Yeah,
he
but
wouldn't
it was lies.
All right, let's go.
Just let me see you through it.
All right. The Pulitzer Prize winner is definitely spiraling. I got your fucking lines tapped. I swear that I'm dialed in. First I was a rat, so where's the proof of the trial then? Where's the paperwork of the cabinet is filed in? 1090 Jake would've took all the walls down. The streets would've had me hiding out in a small town. My Montreal connects stand up, not far down. The ones that you getting your stories from, they all clowns. I am a war general, seasoned in preparation. My jacket is covered in medals, honor and decoration. You
Drake is just taking it to another level, man. The man is being pushed. I don't know how many diss track he got already. This is the Heart Part 6 in studio.
waited for this moment, overcome with the desperation. We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. A daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. We thought about giving a fake name or a destination, but you so thirsty, you not concerned with investigation. Instead, you in that Venice studio, it's a celebration.
So he fed them false information about having a daughter that's 11 years old. He didn't provide a name for the daughter. It might be true, it might be not, or it may be false. So Drake is on another level. Let's finish listening to the lyrics here.
You gotta learn to fact check things and be less impatient. Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration. Even the picture you use, the jokes and the medication, the Maybach glove and the drug he uses for less inflation. Master manipulator, you bid on a speculation. You dumb and reactive, nigga, I'm petty with dedication. What about the bones we dug up in that excavation? And why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations? Why is she following Dave free and not Mr. Morale? You haven't seen the kids in 6 months, the distance is wild. Dave,
like the fact that this guy could bring actually real life events into his rhymes, it's amazing. Like he just does it. His flow is just ridiculous. It just goes. He just mentioned the man's girlfriend and Dave East. I don't even know who that is. It just makes people want to go research. What the hell is he talking about? This is crazy. Let me play it back because that was just
on a speculation. You dumb and reactive, nigga, I'm petty with dedication. What about the bones we dug up in that excavation? And why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations? Why is she...
So I'm assuming that Whitney's his girlfriend and she's not denying all the allegations. So I guess it's true that he probably hit her and filed the police report.
Following Dave free and not Mr. Morale. You haven't seen the kids in 6 months. The distance is wild. Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child. Speaking of anything with a child. Let's get to that now. This Epstein angle was the shit I expected. TikTok videos you collected and dissected. Instead of being on some disdirect shit, you rather fucking grab your pen and misdirect shit. My mom came over today and I was like, mother, wait a second. That's that one record where you say you got molested. Fuck me. I just made the whole connection. This about to get so depressing. This is trauma from your own confessions. This when your father leave you home alone with no protection.
This man knows how to rhyme, and it's like regular conversation. He doesn't even need a beat. That's song right there. He put a beat to it, but just in studio, him rapping, it flows, and it makes sense.
Neglected. That's why these pedophile raps and shit you so obsessed with. It's so excessive. They're acting like
he was calling Drake a pedophile. So now Drake is saying you're obsessed with that. I think that's a you problem, not me.
It's so aggressive, but you just never known affection. I don't want to dish you anymore. This really got me second guessing. Touch My Body by Mariah Carey play. You probably start reflecting. I never been with no one underage, but now I understand why this the angle that you really mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's...
He is kind of famous. You know, if he does mess with somebody underage, it will come out in the light quickly. Like that person will try to get millions of dollars off of him. And that's just a given. So it's funny that he put this on the rhyme.
Not the lesson. Clearly there's a deeper message. Deep cuts that never healed and now they got infected. Like if Dave really fucked your girl and got her pregnant. Talk about breeding resentment. Not sure how to ease the sentiment. The shit's too intimate. I'm praying you recover from both incidents. But you a piece of shit, so the shit really no coincidence. Drake is not a name that you gonna see on no sex offender.
Like, you don't want to battle Drake or he'll destroy you. You know, get you on the defense. And my man is saying putting Kendrick Lamar on the sex offenders list. That's crazy.
As easy does it. You mentioned an A minor, but niggas gotta be sharp and tell the fans who was it. You thought you left D flat, D major. I'll slit your throat with the razor and do Rick Ross air like that one flight from Malaysia. I'm your baby mama screensaver. Only fucking with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Brown's. I'd never look twice at no teenager. I'm a fucking hit maker, dog, not a peacemaker. Yeah, bullets that I'm stuck.
Yo, my man is a hit maker. Like, Kanye West once said that one Drake is like equivalent to like 12 writers or better than 12 of his writers. Like, this man is on another level when it comes to rapping or when it comes to just writing things down. It's not an easy feat. Not a lot of people can do it. And that's why you don't have a lot of superstars. Drake is one of those.
Stuffing in each chamber, your ass in extreme danger. Stop buying views and bot comments. You may as well keep the paper. Shit you about to need for later. I give a fuck about your streaming data. You could drop 100 more records. I'll see you later. Yeah, maybe when you meet your maker. I don't want to fight with a woman beater. It feeds your nature. If you still bumping R. Kelly, you could thank the savior. Said if they deleted his music, then your music is going to a hypocrite. I don't understand why these people praise you. Sounding like you send him commissary when he needs some paper. Album dropping soon, no wonder you turn a clout chaser instead of doing hard labor.
You know, Kendrick Lamar doesn't really put out a lot of albums. I think he puts out one a year or every 2 years. Like, I don't even know what's his trajectory. Versus Drake. Drake is always on, like, a song is a hit, or he's like doing music with other artists. So I gotta give Drake his props right there. Either he's doing his own thing or he's on a record with another artist, putting in the work, cooking.
Nigga, I see you when I see you, like Fantasia. And Whitney, you can hit me if you need a favor. And when I say I hit your back, it's a lot safer. I promise.
My man.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this shit was some good exercise. Like, it's good to get out, get the pen working. You would be a worthy competitor if I was really a predator and you weren't fucking lying to every blogger and editor, but it is what it is. You definitely got this shit burnt the fuck out, though. Like, you got 10 more records to drop. The one before the last one, we finessed you into telling a story that doesn't even exist. And then you go and drop the West Coast one to try and cover that up. I would like that one. That would be some shit I could dance to if you wasn't tripling down on some whole other bullshit. But, you know, at least your fans are getting some raps out of you. I'm happy I can motivate you, bring you back to the game. Like,
thank you, Drake.
You know, but just let me know when we're getting to the facts. Everything in my shit is facts. I'm waiting on you to return the favor. Like,
and you know what? The good thing about hip hop battles is that you get the best of the best. Like, it brings the best out of these rappers. A lot of the time they don't have material. They don't know what the hell to talk about or to rap about. So, like, what else can they talk about? And then comes the beef. So now they have a reason to talk. And if you haven't done so, click on that like button. See you on the next video. Peace.